In a world where infidelity destroys 25% of marriages, there's one community where husbands simply don't cheat. The Amish have achieved what modern society desperately seeks: absolute marital fidelity. Their divorce rate is virtually zero. Adultery is almost unheard of, and marriages last lifetimes. Here's the shocking truth about how they've eliminated cheating forever. Secret 1. Surveillance system. Every Amish husband lives under constant community observation that makes cheating practically impossible. In Amish society, families take turns hosting bi-weekly church services, and community members support each other through daily tasks and social events. Neighbors know everyone's business, movements are tracked, and suspicious behavior gets reported immediately. This isn't paranoia, it's systematic accountability that eliminates opportunities for infidelity before they begin. Secret 2. Baptismal vow. Getting divorced or committing adultery violates baptismal vows taken between ages 18 to 22, resulting in immediate excommunication and shunning from the entire community. Amish husbands understand that a single act of unfaithfulness means losing everything: family, friends, livelihood, and identity. Even after separation, beginning a new relationship is considered adultery, with the community viewing separated couples as still married even decades later. The consequences are so severe that temporary pleasure never outweighs permanent devastation. Secret 3. Limited temptation. Amish communities systematically eliminate situations that lead to infidelity in the outside world. The Amish are known for refusing to embrace modern technology, avoiding electricity, and believing it fosters dependence on modern distractions. No internet means no dating apps, social media, or pornography. No television means no sexualized entertainment. Unmarried people of the opposite sex never live together, and social interactions follow strict guidelines. Amish men work primarily with family members or close community associates, eliminating workplace affairs. Social events such as barn raisings, weddings, and community gatherings reinforce family bonds and ensure everyone plays a supportive role. Business trips, late nights at bars, and solo entertainment don't exist. The environment naturally protects marriages by removing temptation rather than relying solely on willpower. Secret 4. Early marriage. Amish get married at young ages, usually in early 22nd, with marriage occurring on average at age 21 to 22F, or women and men respectively. This strategy prevents the extended single periods that often lead to infidelity habits in mainstream society. Courtship typically begins around 18 years of age, with groups of 50 to 150 youth gathering twice monthly for supervised social events. Young Amish men channel sexual energy into marriage rather than developing patterns of casual relationships or promiscuity. Premarital sexual relations are considered serious sins that must be confessed before baptism or marriage vows. Even during courtship, practices like bundling, spending nights together fully clothed with physical separation, teach restraint and emotional intimacy without sexual contact. By marrying young, Amish men establish exclusive sexual partnerships before exploring infidelity becomes an option. Their first serious relationship becomes their only relationship, creating lifelong loyalty patterns that modern delayed marriage culture cannot replicate. Secret 5. Financial interdependence. Amish women often control family checkbooks and have their names listed on property deeds with their husbands, making financial decisions together. This creates economic partnerships where adultery would devastate both parties financially. Land tends to be kept within families and passed to sons. Usually younger sons inherit family farms. Amish marriages function as essential business partnerships. Some Amish women own and operate their own businesses, raising poultry, baking, running fabric shops, or restaurants, often with husbands' involvement. Infidelity would destroy these carefully built enterprises. The Amish reject commercial insurance, believing church members have Christian duty to care for each other financially. Divorced or separated men lose access to community financial support systems during emergencies. Community members help widows and families in need, but adulterers face complete economic isolation. Smart Amish husbands recognize that their wives aren't just romantic partners, they're essential business partners, financial managers, and economic lifelines. Cheating would mean losing a valuable business partner along with a spouse, making infidelity economically devastating beyond just emotionally destructive. Secret 6. Religious accountability. Each Amish district has 2 or 3 ministers, one deacon, and one bishop chosen by lot from congregation men, serving for life without salary. These leaders provide constant spiritual oversight that makes adultery spiritually impossible to hide or justify. Adultery is expected to be confessed to the church, as are other sexual sins, creating a confession-based accountability system. The Amish believe sexual wickedness affects every culture, but rigid rules can lead to depression and sexual problems when handled incorrectly. Healthy Amish leadership provides proper biblical guidance about sexuality. Ministers usually serve for life and cannot be baptized unless willing to potentially become ministers themselves. This means every Amish husband could eventually become a spiritual leader, creating pressure to maintain exemplary moral behavior throughout life. Church members who break baptismal vows by disobeying religious leaders face excommunication unless they confess their errors. The Pennsylvania Amish try to persuade wayward members to cooperate, but unrepentant disobedience results in being banned from fellowship to maintain church purity. Religious accountability creates multiple layers of deterrence: personal guilt, confession requirements, leadership disappointment, congregation judgment, and potential leadership disqualification. These spiritual consequences make adultery feel impossible rather than just inadvisable. Secret 7. Wife submission. Amish wives follow biblical teachings from Ephesians 5:22-23 about submitting to husbands as unto the Lord, with husbands being head of wives like Christ heads the church. This controversial system actually reduces male infidelity by ensuring husbands feel respected and valued at home. As one Amish-raised woman noted, the man may be the head of the household, but she is often the neck, indicating women wield significant behind-the-scenes influence while maintaining public deference. Submission helps maintain order and stability by having clear hierarchy with less room for disagreement and dispute. Amish women are expected to have meek and quiet spirits, dress modestly, and support their husbands while handling household management. When women feel loved, honored, secure, and respected, submission naturally flows, creating positive relationship dynamics. Modern marriages often struggle with competition, power struggles, and mutual disrespect that drive husbands to seek validation elsewhere. In healthy Amish marriages, the wife's voice is recognized as valued and essential to relationship functioning, but the husband feels consistently honored as household head. This isn't about oppression. It's about creating marriages where husbands feel so respected and appreciated at home that seeking external validation becomes unnecessary. By submitting to husbands, Amish women avoid conflicts that take away from domestic duties while maintaining significant home influence. Satisfied husbands don't cheat. Secret 8. Large family obligations. The Amish believe large families are blessings from God, with most couples having many children and early marriage leading to substantial family responsibilities. Like most aspects of Amish life, marriage is heavily influenced by church laws, with marriage being the foundation of families as core community elements. Large families create practical barriers to infidelity. Amish fathers have 6 to 8 children requiring constant attention, farm responsibilities, and community obligations. Each family member contributes to working the family farm, with married couples sharing child rearing and household management responsibilities. Sneaking around becomes logistically impossible. Extended family networks provide strong identity and social support from cradle to grave, with adult sisters gathering monthly for Sisters' Days, combining work and social interaction. These family connections mean adultery would betray not just wives, but entire extended family networks. Families take turns hosting bi-weekly church services, and parents are accountable to God for their children's spiritual welfare. Amish fathers understand that adultery would devastate children's spiritual development and community standing. The prevailing authority rests with husbands in family farm operations, making fathers essential for family survival. Mothers are very active in nurturing children's spiritual lives, but fathers serve as spiritual heads of homes. Abandoning these responsibilities through infidelity would destroy children's futures. Modern smaller families allow more freedom for extramarital adventures. Large Amish families create constant accountability, responsibility, and time demands that eliminate opportunities for cheating while reinforcing marriage importance. Secret 9. No divorce. The Amish don't believe in divorce. It's prohibited within communities and goes against core beliefs, with divorce being grounds for excommunication. Divorce is not sanctioned in the Amish church and is seen as reason for excommunication, though separations occasionally occur. This creates a unique psychological dynamic. Amish husbands know they cannot escape unhappy marriages through divorce, so they must invest in making their current marriages work. Knowing divorce isn't allowed causes Amish couples to strive harder to get along and work through problems. If couples separate due to irreconcilable differences, both parties are forbidden to remarry while the other spouse is alive, though they may remarry after death of spouse. Even if someone leaves to seek divorce, they can rarely return, and reacceptance depends on congregation votes showing great remorse. Christian counselors guide troubled couples to resolve differences until reaching acceptable ground, convincing them to work harder at keeping marriages strong. Church elders will try to prevent divorce through counseling, allowing time for change of heart before accepting consequences of violating community rules. Modern husbands often view divorce as escape hatches, reducing motivation to resolve marital problem. If this doesn't work out, I can always leave. Mentality encourages giving up rather than fighting for relationships. Amish husbands face reality. This marriage must work because it's the only one they'll ever have. Marriage is meant to last for life, making the Amish divorce rate practically non-existent. This forces investment in relationship success rather than planning exit strategies. When divorce isn't an option, working on marriage becomes the only option. Secret 10. Shunning. Church members who break baptismal vows and refuse to repent face excommunication and shunning, being cut off from all social interaction, close friends, and associates. Shunned people rarely live at home, and some return only for funerals, weddings, or family reunions. Shunning is the Amish penalty for disobedience to the ordinal, though it's never entered lightly and can be reversed when transgressors show genuine repentance. Anyone married to shunned persons can continue living with them but must limit contact and communication, with sexual intercourse forbidden. For Amish men, shunning means losing everything that defines their identity. Despite imperfections, the Amish have developed a remarkably stable society, providing care and dignity for elderly and disabled members. Shunned individuals lose access to this support system forever. Wayward members are reinstated if they confess transgressions, and some congregations end shunning if ex-members join pacifist plain-dressing churches like conservative Mennonites. However, adultery represents such serious betrayal that restoration becomes extremely difficult. Shunning serves as effective social control, preserving spiritual purity, though it happens infrequently. The mere possibility creates powerful deterrent effects. Imagine losing every friend, family relationship, business connection, and community tie permanently. Extended families provide dense webs of social support from cradle to grave. Shunning destroys this completely. Modern society offers anonymity where cheating husbands can relocate and rebuild. Amish communities offer no escape. Once shunned for adultery, men face lifetime isolation from everything they've ever known. This ultimate consequence makes temporary sexual gratification absolutely not worth permanent social death. Secret 11. Work partnership. Amish women share household decision-making and child discipline while affirming men's roles as religious heads of homes, creating integrated work partnerships. Women are responsible for running households, caring for children, cooking, cleaning, sewing, and helping with family farm chores like milking cows or gathering eggs. Unlike modern families scattered across continents with busy work schedules, Amish families are closely knit units sharing strong bonds and providing emotional support through daily collaboration. Husbands and wives work side by side daily, strengthening marital bonds through shared labor. While men handle farming, animal husbandry, and carpentry, women excel at cooking, baking, quilt making, and basket weaving, with their skills bringing community acclaim. These complementary roles create interdependence where losing a spouse means losing essential business partners. Cheating would destroy carefully developed work partnerships that took years to perfect. Modern couples often work separately, reducing daily connection. Amish couples integrate marriage and work so thoroughly that adultery would devastate both personal and professional lives simultaneously.